Alright, Nick. Damn. Ain't changed that.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, what's happening? We back, baby. I'm trying to roll a blunt, hit the ball, and play the game at the same time, but I'm doing too much.
Taking on the New York Giants.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two.
And I would get the ball first.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench.
All right, there we go. Blunt is rolled.
Coach, I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-to-1, your quarterback was operating.
That shit trash. Did half pass. I've been doing half pass the whole time, and I've been splitting the reps. So why is these niggas tired?
First and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for LT from last week. 19 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time.
Shrink the playbook. Playbook already shrunk.
So as you said, you shrink the
You can run 5 plays.
Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off?
Oh, the nigga snuck. Oh yeah, got your ass.
Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early often.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. But that's what he can do, you know, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Vick's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places.
I'd have made it to the starting lineup on my player.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
All right, put down.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Moss. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Safety, let's get it.
Disaster. He's not going to make forward progress. That'll be a safety. If you know the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon.
He sent that bitch.
The 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And listen, these
use a game.
You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On 2nd and 9, Vic. He completes it to Julio.
I had looked to see if you had played your game. And I seen you won 55-8. I was like, hey. And it was against these niggas.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On the move to his left. Man open, here is Jones.
Oh, who is this hawking down Julio?
A huge play there for Chicago.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run Tomlinson, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Vic. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Julio Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ropes number 2.
So the Giants getting the
Let's
football
pull.
back here for their second drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On first down, Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the head, but they'll
How Eli playing for the Giants.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He finds Smith.
Come on, Joe.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, come on.
Pushing through the contact.
Come on, Madden.
They can't stop him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45.
That nigga just skipped for me.
16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16
Kyle
yards.
Shanahan.
First down. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. This is Smith. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Here's Manning to throw.
Caught me.
Right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together.
Yeah, bitch.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Manning going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I don't know if niggas out here listening to Breezy like that, but Chris Brown album fire as fuck.
To throw, it's Manning. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stuck.
Hey, my nigga Breezy.
Short, and it's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Go for it if you want to. I dare you to.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
That was a real good pull.
From the 6. And a good return is
see if I can get another one of them bitches.
The 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think
oh, yes. Yes, sir. It's,
he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Hold on, I'll get to the 9.
On the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete.
Who the fuck is this nigga 31?
Jones. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first.
We have
3 drives offensively, and they have
Kush
scored
cake
every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit?
Gas man usually have like a different assortment of flavors. So I just ask that nigga what he got. I go to Leafly, the app, Leafly, and just see which one got the highest TAC count. Go with that one.
Now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
usually that shit I get be between 21 and 26.
Offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to the Giants at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I was just so afraid I wasn't gonna find a quality weed man after my nigga Justo passed.
If you're gonna play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On second down, here's Smith again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, I ain't gonna do a third down.
From the gun on third down, Manning.
Come on now. I'm about to say somebody got better get to him.
Chandler Jones in there to get him, and
Cause boy, I had like 3 routes locked up myself.
Much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line. Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at bringing in extra people. Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Oh, you got in my way. Oh, you got in my way. Oh, you got in my way.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
19, I think that PL 2. Oh, in my way. That was a nasty spin. Fuck.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing the football. Make someone else beat me for a while.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
In other news, I did fuck with the trade. It was just too much. I feel like Twin then in this conversation. It was just too much for me to type. But like I was saying in the chat, bro, Buddy, an all-star, a second-team NBA defense, which means that we could put somebody. If there's we're going to get some one or two that's going off.
That answer is one, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find.
He averaged 21. I think they said 21, 8, 9 last season. So my man's can hoop. He did that on the Spurs. We just don't know because we don't watch the Spurs.
On play action, it's Manning.
And then, most importantly, we really got that nigga for a steal because, yeah, we gave him 3 first-round draft picks, but one of them picks was they said one of them picks was from Charlotte, from when we fucking traded Cam Reddish. It was like a 3-team trade. And then on top of that, bro, like, we always fucking drafting. Like, we could take a break from drafting for a couple years. It ain't gonna kill us. But then I think they said they're unprotected, so like, I don't think they like hurt. Like, it's. I don't understand how the unprotected shit work, but they unprotected, so they unprotected. And then they gave away Gallo. Like, nigga, we lose shit by getting rid of Gallo. And then they were saying the Spurs probably ain't even finna keep this nigga, cause Spurs rebuilding. That's why we got that nigga for such a steal. And we ain't have to give up if they decide to keep this nigga. We ain't have to give up John Collins for this nigga. John Collins just so part-time. But they're not paying this nigga part-time money. That's what's fucking shit up.
Now Sanders.
If they could pick up one more like good ass defender at this point, regardless of the position, it ain't necessarily gotta be a 1. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so Buddy is a 2. DeJounte Murray is a 2, but he can run the 1.
His name's gonna be in the books, but it's really a collective deal.
It's gonna be a trade, more opportunities to get off ball shit. He ain't always gotta be the primary ball handler. That nigga Trae Young will be able to catch and shoot, like catch and shoot Trae Young. That's nasty.
Vic now. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I didn't even call this formation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Catch number 100 for his career.
Either one.
It's good enough to keep
Either one. I would say Miles Bridges because he is a better scorer than Bobby Portis. But for what I said, yeah, either one. We'll take down one of them niggas.
Big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Vic readies to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he dropped that bitch? Come on, KP.
That's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second down and goal. Vic got his man, and it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run.
If they get John Collins off for, if they trade him for a better four, like whoever they get, if they get rid of John Collins, it gotta be a massive upgrade. But if we get that massive upgrade, bro, that shit, hey, we gonna make some noise.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half.
Oh my God! Imagine if that foe was Kevin Durant. Let's trade John Collins. Either fucking
offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock,
Bogey. Either trade Bogey or Herder and John Collins. And well, we got a draft pick.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down.
I'd be cool if they did fucking JC Herder and fucking Bogey. Get all them niggas out of here. Cause I'm straight on Herder and I'm straight on Bogey.
So let's give everybody a look ahead at what's to come here in Week 13. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit. A big one for the Lock.
There you have it.
Oh, my bad. They were talking about y'all niggas.
Quarter, here we go. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Doom.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter.
Please let's get KD, bro.
Looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first they have to
Who I got to sacrifice? Who I got to sacrifice for KD? Atlanta United. I even sacrificed the Falcons this season. I sacrificed the Falcons for the next 2 seasons for Kevin Durant.
Just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game.
Yeah, I know, man. They rarely talk about it. And one time they do, I fucking skip over it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Smith.
Nigga, what's up? Fuck you, Emmitt Smith.
Behind the line, second straight play.
I want you to feel this.
Defense a little bit.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
Rigoberto.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this
Big Berto.
And Sanders now to return.
I ran out of room. Fuck.
But able to get it up past the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
I'm trying to take my nigga out.
Right at the 25.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense
Yeah,
is just
KP out
living up to
perfect
the
till you
challenge
drop that
in this
fucking
game, and this
pass.
continues as we see here. Coverage not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Vick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Oh, no, you ain't hear me. Oh, no, I said, bro, hey, JC, Herder, Bogey. Hey, we traded Charlotte for a round pick, so does that mean we have another 1st round pick? Let's throw that in there.
After the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, you must have missed my whole rant. Yeah, I said, bro, hey, whatever, except for giving away trade, bro. We need to, who I need to sacrifice? Do I need to sacrifice Atlanta United? I said I even sacrificed the Falcons for 2 seasons. If that mean I get KD this year.
I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments.
Oh, he got me back.
And just screaming.
Sean Taylor got there. He cleaned up for me, though.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Nah, man, if they keep,
yard from the 34.
Fuck.
They'll try the right side here with Smith. Able to push his way through.
This nigga.
But able to get it up past the 45.
If they keep Kyrie, they ain't gonna want to trade.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy.
Unless we trade for KD and Kyrie, which I don't want. I mean, if they do, I ain't gonna be mad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
But Trey and KD.
Manning now to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Niggas laughing about.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first.
How the fuck we ain't picking out Eli?
Down at the 35.
Yeah, you just never know with that nigga, bruh.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He should have had some patience. He fucking Palomalu was fucked.
First down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Manning to throw once more.
Let go.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Bears force the turnover.
I have for a pick.
Their own 27.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
All right. One more series for the offense. And then y'all niggas got taken off the fourth quarter.
On first down, Tomlinson. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on second down, Vick eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. And that should be
took
the
off.
final play
I
of
should have
this
just
third
took
quarter.
off.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after
Yep.
this. You're watching the NFL.
That's why they were talking about y'all niggas. That's why I was like,
5 in the
man,
secondary now
I
for the
skipped it.
Giants here on third.
oh, that's the wrong nigga.
Throwing, Vick. Jones has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Steps away to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
Well, Martin, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Oh, 6 rank defense and rushing? Yeah.
A good run got
We
7
ain't
on
seen
first. Here's
that.
second and 3. They go again to Tomlinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense.
Oh, yeah. Get that nigga ready. Get that nigga ready.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He ain't doing shit.
They toss it to Tomlinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game.
Stop lying. You fucking with the real niggas.
We've seen from them tonight. It's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 3rd down, Vick. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Are you fumbled?
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way
Come on, man.
to the 35. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with
Come
your
on, bro.
running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with his second.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, that 3, that you did me, then you again, bro. Yeah, they did this nigga 0 favors with that shit.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Granted, he got to see us regardless of where the schedule going, where the schedule will place him at.
And that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that is incomplete here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Taking his knees out.
Another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Manning now on 1st down. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Offense for them has been
C. Smith.
You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
Hey, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Tomlinson.
God damn.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Come on.
Eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Fuck you, Kyle Shanahan.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking.
Oh, yeah, it rained. It rained in here in Atlanta.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they continue to keep pace for that.
Chicago. I gotta change your number. Why I can't do it right there? All right, I'm out of here.